Some say Joe Biden's policies will kill the housing market. Others believe that the new president will make things a lot better. Love him or hate him, when it comes to housing, especially for some people, things could be getting a whole lot better. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why. Hi, I'm Ty the Real Estate Guy, and if you'd like to stay up to date on the latest real estate tips and trends, subscribe to my channel below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. If you have questions about buying, selling, or building a home in Utah, I would love to talk with you. Please feel free to type a message below, or you're welcome to contact me directly. Also, you want to watch this video to the end, where I'll give you some tips and tricks and give you some recommendations for buying, selling, or building a home. So for those of you that didn't know, Biden is planning to make some pretty serious changes that will really serve those looking to buy or build a house. His plan is to ease the pressure of home prices and housing supply by making some major changes to both lending and the new home construction industry. And for first-time home buyers, you could get a boost from your government, as Biden is proposing a $15,000 first-time home buyer tax credit, which could be available immediately for buyers to use as their down payment. Seriously, how huge would that be? Or would it be a bad thing? For those of you who'd like to learn more about the possible $15,000 down payment assistance program, keep watching. I'll talk more about this in a moment. Now, to ease the pressure of skyrocketing home prices, Biden is looking to make some pretty big changes that should help home builders drastically reduce the cost to build houses by easing regulations to lower the cost of land, labor, and materials. And to help with the shortage of labor, Biden is also looking to loosen current immigration policies. This would greatly increase the labor force, giving home builders the ability to build houses faster and to save money doing it. Though I should point out that just because builders can build houses for less, it doesn't necessarily mean that the cost to buy a new construction home will decrease. I mean, it should in depressed areas, but in scorching hot markets, home prices will continue to rise, rather the builders are saving money or not. So in all reality, these changes may just put more money in the builders' pockets. Maybe I should buy some stock in home builders. You better believe that I already have. Anyway, I'm sure you have some smart dudes working for you, Joe, but if you want someone with real experience, someone who's been fighting the battle in the trenches, give me a call. I would be honored to serve my country. Anyway, Biden is planning to lift tariffs the Donald put in place that significantly increase the cost of building materials like metal, concrete, and lumber. On the lending side, FHA is now under new leadership. The new boss is looking at lowering the FHA's monthly insurance premiums to help first-time home buyers. The National Economic Council and Biden will try to do things that pressure banks into using FHA. Biden is also wanting to strengthen the Community Reinvestment Act, aka the CRA. Big banks are bound by the CRA, which means they're required to reinvest funds from the communities that they take deposits from. They are hopeful big banks will broaden the availability of more affordable mortgages. Biden will also be pushing for more high-density, multifamily construction to help make housing more affordable. To do this, he may ease some of the regulatory burdens on single-family home builders. Okay, so that's a quick breakdown of Biden's plan to stimulate the housing market and make homes more affordable. I'm not sure if I agree with everything he's doing, but there are definitely some things that excite me. For you first-time home buyers, let's dig a little deeper into this proposed $15,000 tax credit. But before I do, can I ask, do you think Biden will be good for real estate, or will his policies hurt the housing market? I would love to hear your unbiased opinions. Please comment below. Also, will you please give this video a thumbs up to support my channel? I would appreciate it more than you know, and that thumbs up will help others see that this video is helpful. Thanks. So for first-time home buyers, the tax credit would be huge, as $15,000 would cover a majority of your down payment on a $300,000 home if you're going with an FHA or a 5% down conventional loan. You should know that these tax credits aren't usually available to everyone. At least that's what history has shown. And this program may only be available in certain areas. You can also bet that there'll be income limits, and you'll often have higher mortgage interest rates and closing costs, since that's often how the government pays for these programs. It's also important to understand that you still need to be a good home buyer. Banks don't lend hundreds of thousands of dollars willy-nilly. You still need to have a decent credit score, 2-year job history, a decent debt-to-income ratio, and things of that nature. I'm not a lender, so I'm not sure on all the specifics, but this is why I always tell people that the first step to buying a home is to talk to a lender. If you want to put yourself in the best position to buy a home, speak with a lender to find out how much home you can afford and what your monthly payment will be. If you don't qualify to buy a home, the lender will tell you what needs to be done. As far as this $15,000 tax credit goes, don't count your chickens before they hatch. This tax credit is just something on Joe's website. As far as I know, this is not something that is currently being pursued, at least not with vigor. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if a $15,000 first-time homebuyer tax credit is the best thing right now. I kind of feel like these crazy low mortgage rates are incentive enough, and these lower rates have definitely stimulated the housing market. I love the idea of rewarding first-time homebuyers with a credit. The timing just isn't right. Real estate markets around the country are already smoking hot in many areas, and supply is insanely low. A tax credit would just exacerbate the problem and drive home prices higher, especially for homes in the lower price point. This credit would also cause a more competitive market by adding an influx of new buyers to a housing market that's already out of control in many areas. I must say this is a good thought, Mr. President. Let's just keep this one in our back pocket for when the housing market starts to slow down. Now, I want to issue a word of warning for you first-time home buyers, and let me start by saying I love you. First-time home buyers are my favorite clients to work with. There's not a lot of things cooler than buying your first home, but history has proven that many who receive huge incentives like this $15,000 tax credit often lose their home because they haven't developed the proper habits to become homeowners. If you haven't been able to save for a down payment, how do you expect to save for a rainy day? You know, if someone loses their job or if the furnace was to break. Things like this happen all the time, and that's why you need to take this seriously. If you think you're ready to buy a house, watch my video, How to Buy Your First Home. I'll put a link to this video below. Okay, so I know that this is all exciting, but it's important to remember that none of this has actually happened yet. And there's a real chance that some of these things won't ever happen. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, the housing market is screaming. If you're qualified and ready, you should buy a home. And the sooner the better. Because buying a home is such a large financial commitment, you'll want to be fully informed and prepared before you start looking at homes. Without a doubt, building or buying a new home will be one of the best, safest investments you'll ever make. And it will also be one of the most rewarding things that you ever do. So here's a quick list of other videos that are sure to help you as you move through the process of buying or building a home. 12 questions you should ask yourself before you buy a home. Should you build or buy an existing home? What you should know before you build a home. How to choose the best home builder. The most in-depth video on how a house is built. The most in-depth guide for buying a new construction home. Should you buy a home in 2021? If you're planning to move to Utah or you already live here and you're looking to buy, sell, or build a home, I would love to talk with you. Please feel free to contact me directly. If there's something in this video that stood out to you as being helpful, or if you have questions, please comment below. Sincerely, I want to hear from you. If you know someone who's thinking about buying a home or moving to Utah, please share this video with them. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.